you arrive on a mysterious island dubbed Site 2 to locate Edward Puffton, CEO of Puff Corp, his wife Barbara, and their daughter Virginia after they go missing. It's not long before your helicopter mysteriously loses power, in a callback to the first game, and crashes. With a survival pack, a faithful Kelvin, and a whole lot of incentive, you need to survive and probably find the Puftons. Things aren't quite that simple, as vicious cannibals roam above ground while the caverns are teeming with mutants. As you discover the fates of your other team members, various clues about the Puftons' dealings with the island, his rivalry with Sahara Therapeutics from the previous game, and the involvement of Jianyu Zhang, a Puff Corp employee turned Sahara agent who takes none too kindly to your presence. What is the mysterious cube, and why does everyone want it? Those are but some of the questions to answer. Fans of the first game will doubtless appreciate the connections and continuations from the first game, but make no mistake, this is more of a Volume 2 to the ongoing saga than the answers to all of your questions. Furthermore, the plot boils down to going from one waypoint to another on your GPS, though occasionally you need to explore the different caves to acquire the items necessary to further progress. For some, that may be underwhelming, especially considering the open-ended nature of mysteries. The characterization also leaves a bit to be desired. Outside of some returning characters, there's little known about Kelvin and Virginia beyond the personal bonds you forge with them. Some of the lore bits and notes are interesting as cover plans to turn the island into a resort emerge. Meanwhile, the maintenance workers and employees slowly discover the bodies on this supposed abandoned island. The main plot may as well be in the background during most moments, and isn't that long if you know what to do. While the game doesn't restrict you from focusing on the narrative, mulling about and leveraging the survival crafting mechanics is another choice. It's a potent combination that allows for being as hands-on with the story, such as it is, as you like. If you want to stay on the island, surviving its changing seasons, and calmly build up a base, then go right ahead. There's plenty of reason to follow the main story path and explore the various caves inhabiting the island, as they unlock tools that can benefit your crafting needs. A rebreather for diving underwater and venturing deeper into caves where precious solophyte awaits, a pickaxe for mining said solophyte, a rope gun that allows for quickly zipping along lines and makes scaling cliffsides that much easier, foldable gliders for more easily exploring the island. The list goes on, even if some items, like the putter and golf balls, guitar and radio, are more for fun than practicality. It's all up to you. Collect rainwater to serve as a fresh source of drinking water, or live off of energy drinks. Kill animals and cook their meat to serve as a food source, or hoard MRE packs for your sustenance. Just as you can build a house and bed to serve as a save point and means to pass the day, you can set up camp with little more than a stick and some tarp. Don't do it on the road or nearby. Enemies tend to patrol and will give you a rude awakening at night. The longer you survive, the tougher the survival experiences become. Mutants start to appear topside, while cannibals begin donning stronger armor. Camps for the latter slowly but surely blossom into settlements with more complex structures. Other random points of interest may spawn, like a PMC camp littered with bodies, but despite its open-world structures, Sons of the Forest isn't jam-packed with these. It's more like a twisted ecology that slowly but surely evolves, with its volatile elements slowly set to blow as you struggle to survive. How you prepare for that and manage aspects of your base building, arsenal, and traversal is ultimately up to you. Enemy AI is a little odd sometimes, but it's fascinating at others. Some of the locals are content with observing you before suddenly lashing out and will run away if you get too close or reposition. Other times, they may attack all at once, just as easily as standing around while you line up a headshot. Some members of the pack have little issue with menacingly walking up. Still, they're as dangerous as pitiable when begging for their lives. The mutants are arguably a bigger threat. Even the grunts can quickly overwhelm you if you're not constantly on the move. It makes exploring the caverns much more harrowing, especially some of the more labyrinthian sections that go on seemingly forever. The maintenance hatches and bunkers aren't quite as impressive, but still offer their share of unique sights and dangers. While the combat in Sons of the Forest doesn't set the bar for the genre, its responsiveness and impact are still top tier. Whether it's a shotgun blast sending an enemy flying or limbs coming undone with axe blows, the variety of weaponry and tools is also solid overall, which expands upon further exploration and experimentation with the materials in your pack. I didn't experiment too much with the new organic building system, sticking to the tried and true blueprint design instead. Still, it's impressive how deep the tools can be when designing a house, especially if you decide to scare away enemies and lend a macabre air to your territory, or create a launch pad for your hang glider. Again, it's to the game's credit that it doesn't tie you down with maintaining a base, but if you decide to focus on it, several systems are in place to make it more rewarding. Resource collection rarely feels like a chore, especially with Kelvin helping out. While performance on the higher end is reportedly not the best, I found Sons of the Forest to run decently on my aging setup and medium quality, albeit with FSR 3.0 enabled. There was only one freeze leading to a restart and some issues where objects would clip through the world, but otherwise I didn't encounter any serious bugs. Your mileage may vary. Still, the island is truly something to behold, whether witnessing the sunrise on the beach, frantically scrambling on a beach during a thunderstorm, or watching the raccoons stand up on their hind legs. Snow piling up and parting is also an incredible detail to behold alongside the lighting and shadows. Sons of the Forest won't make the same novel impact as its predecessor when combining a compelling mystery and narrative with impressive survival crafting mechanics. Nevertheless, it does stand out as one of the better examples of the same, especially with how it expands on its predecessor with all kinds of new items and mechanics. As odd as the narrative can feel, especially with its payoff, the terror and abject horror at some monstrosities, especially those staring back in the mirror, remain as compelling as ever. That's all for now. If you enjoy what you saw, please hit the like button. And if you're new to the channel, now is a great time to subscribe. We upload brand new videos every single day. After subscribing, don't forget to enable all notifications by clicking the bell icon. Thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you next time, right here on GamingBolt.